Yeah, last but not least, you know what time it is. It's rapid reactions. A lot of topics, a little time. The floor is yours, Jay.
All right, Brooklyn Nets coach Steve Nash says Kevin Durant is at a quote unquote critical point in rehab from his left hamstring strain and did not travel with the team on their current road trip. How concerned are you about KD's health?
I don't know. This is starting to get a little concerning. I don't know. I mean, I, I'd have heard rumblings that it might be a little sandbagging going on. For those of you that don't know what I mean by sandbagging, they saying this injury might be lingering a little longer than it should. I mean, you take that for what it's worth. But I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, when you got a problem like the Nets got, they call that a good problem. When your best player is not playing and you still rolling, so they can take as much time as they want to at this point right now. Like it's not gonna hurt them anymore. But it's somewhat concerning because I'm starting to wonder like, are we gonna see KD again, or is this gonna be he's gonna show up for a series and then he get I hope knock on wood that he don't get hurt again, but he get hurt again and he disappears. So I don't know, but it is a bit concerning. Also not on the road trip with the Nets is Kyrie Irving, who is tending to a family matter. Your thoughts on that?
Uh, I'm not going to poke too much fun at this particular moment in time. Hope everything is good with the family and all. But I will say this. Um, if the common man got to miss as much time from work as not only Kyrie Irving, but some of these NBA players, the unemployment rate would probably be a bit higher. Georgia wide receiver George Pickens tore his ACL in a non contact drill during Tuesday's practice. Assuming he has to miss games this season, how will this affect the Bulldogs?
It will affect them a lot. One thing about Georgia is they recruit at such a high level. They get 5 stars all over the field. This, that, and the third. But they wide receiver core always leave much to
Yeah.
be desired outside of George Pickens. George Pickens have been the one constant in like the last 3 years, other than his attitude off the field. When he's on the field, he's usually the guy that gets them going. That's gonna hurt them a lot. He's the most experienced receiver they got on the team. He was set to be the number one receiver this year. He's probably been working out with the 5, 6 quarterbacks they got on the roster to figure out which one gonna be the starter. And now you got to go without. You're probably gonna miss him the whole season. And I'm gonna tell you like this: all I'm saying is this: we Alabama had Scott Coke on the staff, and people kept tearing their ACLs left and right. Georgia got Scott Copeland on their roster. I'm just saying, rest in peace, George Pickens ACL. So I don't know, but just a little suspicious to me. Ohio State for E.J. Linden said he will continue to speak out against social media threats in the wake of the direct messages he received and shared after the Buckeyes was eliminated from the NCAA tournament. Do you think that's a good idea?
I don't have a problem with that. I think he should use his platform, and we gotta like whatever it is. It's as fans don't take the game too serious. Like all these things, like like for a kicker misses a kick, for example, is same type of thing. Like this guy, I don't even remember. I remember like Dwayne Washington like having a worse finish to this game than EJ Liddell. But in the end, like I wouldn't spend too much time on it. Like I don't think you can rid the world at this point of like these social media trolls who want to and a lot of them, like they just hide under like fake accounts and the bots and all the rest of it. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. But if he wants to spend time combating, that type of behavior, I'm not mad at him for that. The Bucks have extended left tackle Donovan Smith for 2 years and $31.8 million, and they also re-signed defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh for 1 year worth $10 million. Which move was the bigger deal?
Donovan Smith, here's the deal. You just let Tom Brady know we going for the gusto again. Dose. Hey, we gonna get. Hey, who else need to be signed on the offensive line? Let's go and wrap him up. Hey, because Tom Brady, that's what he want to know. He want to know that the franchise is bought in on him. Then that's what you show when you make a signing with Donovan Smith. Listen, I'm not sneezing at the Ndamukong Suh, but I mean, a lot of people thought he was going to be gone. Like, you was going to just get somebody else and give him that $10 million. So good on Suh for, sucking up his pride and coming back for that $10 million. But nah, for me, it's definitely the left tackle. You got to lock that up. You got to make Tom Brady feel good about the pocket, and that's what you did with that move. Toronto Blue Jays GM Ross Erkison said closer Kirby Yates will have season-ending surgery to repair his right elbow. Big deal, little deal, or no deal?
I'll give that one a big deal. Reliable closers at this level are hard to find. The Blue Jays got one from the Padres, even though Yates was not all that great in the COVID shortened season last year, but in 2019 he had like a sub 2 ERA, had 40 plus saves. Um, Toronto had a lot of big free agent acquisitions this offseason. Yates was one of them. And without him, they probably gonna have to scramble just a little bit to figure out how to close games. I think it's a big deal. Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green made headlines yesterday when he declared himself the greatest NBA defender of all time. Drink, do you agree with him?
Listen, hell no, I don't agree with him. First of all, if he said the greatest defender of a certain decade, I might could buy that. Like, okay, if you just broke down 10 seasons or whatever. However, he just need a smaller sample size. To say ever of all time? Come on, Draymond. Listen, I got you. I get what you're doing. Keep doing your thing, man. That's how you know what I'm saying, keep that attention rolling. Y'all ain't doing a whole lot on the court, so I'm just gonna keep the shenanigans going on. But no, this is asinine. But it's Draymond Green. This is what he do. This is why I like him. This is what he do. Stuff like this to keep us talking and keeping us, scratching our head like, what the hell is he talking about? But no, absolutely not. I'm not even coming close to agreeing with that. Washington football team owner Daniel Snyder has a deal in place that would allow him to buy out the minority owners and gain almost complete control of the franchise. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Oh, all the thumbs. All the thumbs. Face the floor, please. This is terrible. Anything, I can't with Daniel Snyder. Just too much nonsense going on. And, Ron Rivera, when he went to the Washington football team, I thought it was going to be difficult. The biggest reason is Dan Snyder. I thought with all the foolishness that came out with the sexual harassment and all the just nonsense that was going on, I thought that'd be a path to maybe get Snyder up out of there. And that hope has been dashed. And they're going to stick with the old football team name for next season. So they're just not serious. But absolutely thumbs down. This is bad for the NFL overall in general. And still an uphill battle for Ron Rivera. I hope he still is able to be successful, but it's going to be tough because Daniel Snyder always going to be on some nonsense. Anyways, the Colts have brought back veteran wide receiver T.Y. Hilton to the tune of a one-year deal for $10 million. Were you surprised he didn't sign elsewhere?
Yes, I was. But, I mean, with the lack of cash flow that all these teams got, I don't know what T.Y. Hilton was looking for on the market. 1 year, 10 year, I think that's a good deal for T.Y. Hilton. It's been a while since he really gave you a season worth of darn, to be honest with you. And, due to injury, due to, multiple quarterbacks. I don't know. But I would say this, T.Y., it was smart on your behalf to sign back with the Colts, knowing what you're bringing back on the offense. You're going to have Wentz. You're going to have the offensive line. You already know the other wide receivers that's on the team, Pittman, Pascal. I think you got a chance to make yourself more money in the future if you capitalize off this signing, being that what the Colts are going to bring back, you should win the division. But to answer the question, yes, I am surprised. I thought somebody would offer him, couple more million and he would get a change of scenery and he'll sign those contracts, but he didn't. So it is what it is. He back with the Colts. Let's see what he do. Last one, Trailblazers. Heat tomorrow night in Miami. Who you got, Jay? Who you got?
It's a toss-up, but I'll give Miami the edge in the home court edge. I think Jimmy Butler does just enough to cool off Damian Lillard, and Miami wins a close one. And that does it for today's Drink of Wisdom. Thank you for joining us. As always, like, listen, share, and subscribe. I'm Jay Watts.
And I'm Nathan Drinker. And remember, make tomorrow better than today, and make today better than yesterday. And you know what we gonna do. We gonna holler at you until next time, baby.